everyone, my name is Ayenda Buthelezi. Ushangisokalisa unyamane kaningelelo. So ndiyumnandi ngamondi nenkosi ayiqedwa-ke. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my second video. I'm happy with doing this. So today I have decided to shoot this while standing because I had been trying to position this camera thing and it wasn't working. It wasn't working. I couldn't find the correct angle. But anyway, we're doing this. We are pushing, guys. So if you might have watched my first video, you'd know that I had mentioned that should it happen that I mention anything about myself or about anything that I'd be talking about and I don't go into details about it, then you can request, on the comment section, and I'll be able to do a story time video of the day. Today it's story time because Yolisa Bantwini no man ngumzulu Yolisa Bantwini asked me to say a story time about my high school journey, for which today that is what we are going to do. So 2013, that is when I was doing my grade 8, and 2017, that's when I was doing my matric. So that's how young I am, right? So I had just came from Limpopo in Sekgosese to Ulundol Mahligihligi, right? And I had been studying Sepedi as a home language, and now I was changing to isiZulu as a home language. You guys can imagine. But yeah, I was changing to isiZulu. So if you'd know, in KZN, the major home languages are isiZulu, I think in some places Afrikaans, and some English, where they're doing English as first additional language and English as the home language, right? So I was doing isiZulu. Okay. So 2013, I went to Emaqhingendoda High School. Yes, I'm a product of Emaqhingendoda, guys. I am the product. So I went there. The registration period and all those things happened. And, I was just the student, a normal student, who was struggling in isiZulu because now there were certain words that I think I couldn't pronounce. Or rather, there were certain words that I had changed since I had done isiNdebele before. So I knew that isiNdebele is closer to isiZulu. So in my mind, I would think that isiNdebele is isiZulu. So whatever words I use, I just go in there, guys, and it was kind of a struggle. But my language teacher kind of helped me in that, and I thank her for that, because the following year I would get level 7, level 6. I was just playing along those levels, so I'm really grateful. Anyways, the theme is my busy high school, right? So when I was in grade 8, first term, one of my teachers, Miss Gama, I'd like to appreciate that woman so much. So Miss Gama was like, Ayanda, would you like going to a private school? I'm gonna pay for your school fees. I'm gonna pay for your clothes. I'm gonna give you money, pocket money, everything is covered for. What you need to do is to just come and live with me. Of which I was happy. I mean, to me, I thought they were seeing, she was seeing this potential learner, someone who deserves to be given such a privilege, because it's not every teacher who would decide to take out money out of their pockets and just decide to give it to some random student, because she was Miss Gama. I am a Buthelezi. We are not even related, but she decided to be that generous. I'm really grateful for her. So I called my mom because at the time she was not around. We had left her in Limpopo, and she agreed, right? Okay, I went to Ulundi Independent School, which is a private school at Ulundi, and yeah, everything was nice. I made friends. I even became a monitor, guys. I was that one who would wear a blazer, with some clips right here, and so I became a monitor there. Everything was perfect. I would come back from school, write my homeworks. It was a very great experience. And later that year, in grade 8, my mom came and she took me away, right? So that's how I lost. And the following year, I was actually supposed to go to boarding school. She had planned that for me. But unfortunately, my mom had other plans, I guess. And she came and she fetched me, and I had to go back to Emakingandota High School, of which they also welcomed me, actually. And basically, I had to write two final exams because I had just written my final exam at Ulundi Independent. So when I got to Emaqingendo, that they were still writing their final exams, and I literally had to write my final exams there, which I did, and then I passed. Then I went to grade 9, for which that is where my busy life started, guys. So what I have right here, um, it's a file basically with everything that I need, or rather, like, I would say my journey, like my journey, you know, it's like certificates and all that you can think of, right? So, grade 9, that's where my crazy life started, actually. I became a member of an organization called Young Ambitious People with a Vision, for which it was led by Dr. Pipi Lamini. You know, we used to advocate for young people. I think that is when I got to understand how much joy I get in having to fight for our rights, in having to fight to be seen, to be understood, you know, as a young person, and also just to be the voice for other people. You know what I'm saying? So it happened that, life was, it was kind of like great, you know. Um, I became a debate. I was in a debate team. We would debate, go to other schools and all those sort of things. For which, since I'm in Pretoria right now, and most of my stuff I had left in KZN, this is what I have. This is what I have as part of the debate team competition stuff. So I was kind of like excited when you talk about talking. That was my sports, guys. I don't like running, I don't like netball, I don't even know anything about netball, but like, anything that had to do with talking, I was just there, you know. Okay, fast forward, grade 10, there was this event in Ulundi Municipal. It's a take a boy girl child to work. So what we would go there to do, we would go and debate, and then they would put us into positions that are suitable for us based on what we were talking about, or rather what we were arguing about, you know. And I happen to be a junior director of community services. I think it's somewhere here. If I could just browse through very quickly. I became a junior director. Oh, yes, here it is. I became a junior director of community services. If you guys can see right here. Yeah, it says Director, Community Services, Ayanda Buthelezi, Makingendoda High School. So I became a junior director of community services, and it was a really great experience. I got to go to, that gave me a privilege to actually go to student parliaments, guys. I mean, the experience, and also just meeting other students who had the same passion as me, having the same value as me, people that I could look up to and be like, you know what, that one, yeah, she can really talk, those kind of things. It really inspired me, of which I think that journey kind of drove me into what I studied at the university today as I'm standing, right? So like, it was a great experience. So I became the Junior Director of Community Services, which gave me the privilege to sit at the Students' Parliament. Um, the Students' Parliament would be held at the Legislation Chambers in Pietermaritzburg, KZN. And, we would travel. I used to travel a lot, guys, Lalema Wetela, guys. Ngidla ngama fucking knife, a rural girl child, having to be there. It was a real privilege for me. It used to excite me. I used to always look forward to it. And I got my busy life from there. because at some point I would have to leave school on a Thursday, because on a Friday and Saturday there would be a certain event that we would need to go to, and I would need to be a speaker, So like, I used to enjoy my busy life in a way that even today, when I don't do anything, I just don't know what happens in my head, right? So 2016, when I was in grade 11, one of the HOD, our mathematics HOD, came to the assembly, and he told us about this Eskom Expo for young scientists, right? And he told us about it, the competition. But unfortunately, it was usually the kids would have 3 months of preparing, their projects. And he told us it was already like few weeks to the competition, the regional competitions. So what he did, he selected students that he knew he can trust. And those students were all in grade 12, and I was in grade 11. So I went to his office and requested that, can I please be part of the competition, right? But now the problem is, we didn't have a project. We didn't know what we were going to research about. We didn't know what to invent, because if you know Eskom Expo, it is where we invent, and it is where we find solutions as young people. And it has to be something that has never been researched before, or rather invented before, because now we look into the issues and we try to bring solutions to them, right? So now, since he was a mathematics teacher, what I had to do, it was just to look around mathematics, what can we do? And the other groups, because he had two groups and they were all twins, it's like two sets of twins, and they had their projects that they were already working on. And he allowed me, I'm grateful, Mr. Matabela, he allowed me. And I think I had 5 days, guys, to prepare a project that um, other students had 3 months to prepare for. I know, but like, I had 5 days, and we came with a topic, and the topic that I had was finding an area of a triangle without using the formula, which I later changed to approximate area of a triangle, for obvious reasons, because now I had to test the hypothesis. I had to do some research, all those sort of things, because there was a report that we had to write, and I had 5 days. It was sleepless nights, which actually I'm really grateful, because it helped me. It got me places. It got me recognized in a way. So I used to find an approximate area of a triangle without using the formula, right? So 5 days, because I remember I actually finished at around 6, and we had to go to Richards Bay from Ulundi, Unizulu, University of Zululand. That's where it was held. So we had to go there for the competition. We got there late, but it was like worth it. They welcomed us. We pitched our models, and now it was time for ceremony. And in that time, they would first start with the ones who got the certificates, the ones who got the bronze, the ones who got the silver, and the ones who got the gold medal. And they would do the overall of the category. That's how it used to work, even at the International Science Fair, right? So I was just sitting there. They called the certificates. Remember, my project is not even nice. Even my designs, guys, I was just doing it that, let me do. It was quality over quantity, whatever that, like, if you understand what I'm saying. So I just had to know that my hypothesis is proven. That's what I had in mind. The beauty of the background covers and all those things didn't matter at the time. I just had to know that my report was complete, right? So they called the certificates, they called the bronze, and they called the silver, and I came. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you. Let me show you. So this is what we used to wear at the regionals. It is student. So yeah, we used to wear this. And then the silver medal. This is the one. I got my silver medal. And okay, as when I thought that maybe they would call someone at the the gold now. They didn't call. I guess I was the last one based on the marks that they had given me, right? So I was the category winner, just like that, guys, just like that. And in a way, I got this. I got this. It's North Coast Region Eskom Expo for Young Scientists, right? So in a way, I got to get the privilege to go to the International Science Fair now, you know. And when I go to the International Science Fair, um, these are the booklets that they would write in, right? But that one, because this is the 2017 one, because the following year I actually went back. It was the 36th International Science Fair program, which was held at Boksburg. So I went there, and now we have students from South Korea, North Korea, Tanzania, like all across the world. Like, it was beautiful. You look at the project, it is absolutely beautiful, and you somehow feel like yours is just not enough. But then I remember Mr. Matabela, because he became my mentor after that. He was like, it is what you give out that matters, not what you present. So in a way, he was trying to say, you need to prove that this thing is yours. It was not done for you. Whatever question they ask, you need to prove them beyond reasonable doubt that this thing is yours. And I had that in mind. I was like, so if you've got your model, someone might have done it for you. But anyway, when it was time for the ceremony on Thursday, because I remember, firstly, it was just an award ceremony on a Thursday, and then we would go for now the overall competition award ceremony the following day, which is Friday, right? So Proverbs, who held the ceremony, he was calling names. So it didn't start from certificates. It's he started with those who got the money, those who got the bursaries, and um, yeah, I think that the previous day, on a Thursday, that's what we would do. And on a Thursday, I wasn't expecting anything, guys. I don't want to lie. I wasn't expecting anything, and it happened that I got a bursary to Stellenbosch. The certificate is somewhere here. It's just that my file is a bit complicated. But yeah, I got a bursary to Stellenbosch, of which I did not take because it needed me to do something that had to do with science. And I was not interested in science per se. I just enjoyed talking. I just enjoyed a competition, if I may put it like that. So the following day, when it was the actual award ceremony, this is what I got. I still went for silver in the International Science Fair. So in a way, I got a silver medal, and I thought that maybe because in my category there were actually people who were very beautiful projects. I thought that there was these Tanzanian students who had a very beautiful. In my opinion, it was very beautiful, but I don't know how they did in the questioning round. For them not to become category winners. So they got a silver too, but then now it was time for a category winner. And guess who became the category winner, guys? I became a category winner, and this let me show you. You see, mathematics and statistics, right? And this is how it looks inside. Isn't this beautiful, guys? Like, I'm still in disbelief. So it's a plate. It says 2016 International Science Fair Best Category Award, Mathematics and Statistics. And just like that, I became a category winner. Ngilotshiwe emagameni alapha International Science Fair that Ayanda Buthelezi is a 2016 Mathematics and Statistics category winner. So in a way, I was so excited. I was so privileged. I made my teachers proud, guys, with a project that I had 5 days to think about and to invent. Yes. With the project that I literally had 5 days to work on, I made them proud. I came back a winner, you know, like a snail. I left a mark, you know, because I didn't think I would get that far. I didn't believe it myself, you know. So every time I usually look at that and I'm like, Ayanda, you did this. You did this. So the following year, I went back again. So I was juggling because I was like busy with the the legislation, you know, being now the Ulundi ambassador, you know. I used to be busy with going to the students' parliament, being in metric, you know, those weekend classes and all those sort of things. And when it came, I remember going to Mr. Matabila's office and I asked him, like, can you do something this year again? I have this idea. Now I had like time to prepare, even though it was it wasn't like it was a rural area school, you know, a public school, if I may put it like that. It was a public school. We didn't have resources. So even though my idea was perfect, but I did not have anything to invent, you know, like rather to build the model. Yeah, that's the right way of putting it. To build the model. So in that year, I decided to do a vibrating car immobilizer, and he liked the idea. So now I was moving from the mathematics category to another category, right? Where is this? So what category was I on in that year? So now I had to move from that category to another category, and I wanted to invent a vibrating car immobilizer, you know, and which he approved, and I knew, I trusted him that if he approves it, then we are good to go. And we worked on it, you know, background research, all those sort of things. Um, we started with our proposals, you know, he was helping me and all that. And I went for the regionals, and again I won. um, I'm not sure where the medal is, because I also won there. But what I can show you is that there are two, meaning that I went for like 2 years, you know, 2 consecutive years. So I'm not sure where that is. I want to see the category that I was in that particular year, you know, because I had changed from mathematics. You know, I just enjoyed being the girl. I just enjoyed how they were asking me questions which were so difficult, and I just had to make sure that I proved that the project is mine. And in a way, I was learning how to be argumentative and also to answer questions, critical questions to say, because there were very hard judges in there, guys. Or can I see it here? Innovative, something innovative. Yeah, yeah. I was a finalist, guys. I was a finalist. So it's an innovative and technology category. Yes, innovative and category. There were quite a lot of projects. I didn't even think I would make it that far. Innovative. Buthelezi Ayanda, where are you? Oh yes, there it is. Ayanda Buthelezi Maqhingendoda High School, under the region KwaZulu-Natal North Coast, grade 12. A vibrating car immobilizer. That is what I used to do. I'm not sure if you guys would be able to see that. But anyway, that's where we did my last competition. And I won, but this time I won a bronze. I won a bronze, of which I didn't even think I would. I won a bronze, and yeah, so it was a great experience. And another thing, the way I was so busy, why I'm saying it was a busy life, I was actually an RCL member, you know. You know, I was always an executive RCL member. I have been the secretary of the RCL. I have been a vice president of the RCL. Like, I think there's nothing I haven't been except for the treasury position in the RCL members. So we would go for the MEC district RCL leadership mass meetings, you know, which this is the one, you know. This was when I was in grade 11. This was when I was in grade 11. And then this one, it was the 2016 to 2021 term of office, Ulundi Municipality, the inauguration meeting, which was also held. I was the VIP. I was the VIP. So that is why I had to serve as a junior director of community services for quite some years. And this one was the 27th. And guys, it was held on my birthday. That's why I cannot throw this away. You see? It says Children's Parliament, 2 June 2017. I can't throw this away. KwaZulu-Natal Legislature, children's right, care and protection are everyone's business. Main chamber, KwaZulu-Natal Legislature. So I was a very busy person, guys. So I was jingling up like around that, I was just busy. School, being an RCL member, debate, being an Ulundi ambassador, students parliament, competitions that I used to enter, and at the end I got my matric. I made a mark at Makingendota High School. There was this motto that I used to go with, and Dr. Pipi Lamini used to love it. Every time when I go somewhere, she would be like, Ayanda, remember, like a snail, you should leave a mark. They should know that you're from Emaklingendota High School. And if you'd go to Emaklingendota High School and you ask a certain student, they would know who Ayanda Buthelezi is, of which I'm really grateful for. I am really grateful for. Anyway, guys, so today's video, that was just my busy high school life. So I think I was able to summarize it. And yeah, I'm really happy. I feel like I had one fun high school life. I had the most amazing high school life, the most busy high school life, but being busy with what I love doing. That is why even when I applied in universities, it was either I do law or nothing else, because I got to understand how it feels like to do something that you love. How it feels like to be pressured. Like, you might have loads of work, but as long as it's something that you like, something that you love, something that is in your heart, you're definitely going to do it. You're definitely going to finish it within the prescribed time. So thank you, Yolisa, for this, requesting me to do this story time. From me, Intombi, Kashenge, usokalisa umnyamane kancingelele nenkosi engaqedwa-ke. I'll see you again in the next video. Please do make sure to subscribe and comment if there is anything that you'd want to know. Until next time, guys, peace.